been busy this weekend investigating several shootings in Richland County. Deputies with the Richland County Sheriff's Department responding to reported shots fired at Vault nightclub on Broad River Road. The shooting happening around 5 this morning. When deputies got to the scene, they found one man shot lying in the parking lot. He was taken to a hospital but died. A second shooting took place about an hour later. Deputies responding to Felicity's Bar and Grill on Fairfield Road after one person was shot. They say they found a man with a gunshot wound lying on the ground outside of the bar. He was taken to a hospital where he died from his injuries. Officials say these two incidents are not believed to be connected. They are both currently under investigation. We'll update you as we learn more.
Yo, Jenny Gang, what it do? So we are back with another Jenny Gang YouTube production. Please hit the like button, comment on my commentary, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all been subscribing really good. Now we need y'all to start keeping up with the content and hit that share button. It ain't gonna hurt y'all to hit that share button. So this video is about a person that I actually know, and his name is Dennis Taylor. So if you are from Columbia or live in Columbia or have danced in Columbia, pretty much done anything involved in the nightlife in Columbia, you know Dennis Taylor, aka DT, aka Benhated. So let's run this time clock back a little bit. So when I first started dancing, I didn't really know what I was doing, why I was doing it. All I knew is that I liked pole dancing, okay? Went to Charlotte, tried Onyx. I made, what's considered good money, but the vibe was a little too uppity for me, right? So some of the girls I met there was like, you got a vibe. You need to try Club Rain in Columbia. You get on the pole, kind of a little, ratchet in the way you move. Like when I say ratchet, y'all, I mean like my dance moves, not my behavior. So I'm like, okay. So that's what I did. I'm like, well, Charlotte's the same distance from Greenville as Columbia is. Why don't I just go to Columbia? So I went. Ended up at Club Rain, which now I'm not sure if it's open, y'all, but it's called Bliss. That's the new name of it. But at any rate, DT, I'll call him Dennis Taylor for people who don't know him. DT, aka Benhated, was the club manager there. And he had his hand in so much business and things like that. Anything nightlife, kind of went through him. I know a little bit later than that, Mogul Mindset, aka Cash. If you're from Columbia, you know these people. But if you don't, just, I'm just about to drop this information. So I spent a good amount of my dance career at Rain. Loved it. Changed over to Bliss. Loved it. And I got to redrop the video because, it's so many new people here. I've grown a big platform on Instagram. I didn't have to. I left Columbia for a little while after I got into a scuffle with a hood rat from Columbia who decided that she just wasn't going to watch me dance for her, get this, baby daddy. She wasn't going to watch me dance for him not one more night, right? So she hit me with a dance heel, okay? I done a whole story on it. I showed y'all the nasty scar. It looks so much better. But yeah, Ish was crazy. This particular event happened in the club that I'm talking about right now. Y'all let me reel this in. I'm just trying to give y'all a connection between myself and this individual who has now, unfortunately, been unalived. So fast forward a little bit. Like I said, I left Columbia for a little bit after that happened, came back. We had a new big club or whatever. Y'all know Rennie Rucci. These are the places where myself and a few others, we worked in the club with her. Cool ass chick. Like, congratulations to her on all of her success. But we had a different club when I came back. It was called The Vault. The Vault was like, it was just like Rain. It was popping. It was stage money. It was lit. We had, the DJ, the hype man, and all of that. But Vault was like on some upscale stuff. They wanted it to be different. They wanted the girls to look a certain way. They wanted us to have like meetings. This is the first time I ever had, went through anything like that, because I'm so used to just come to the club, work, go home. Vault was a whole different type of vibe. Like they wanted it to be upscale, but still it was hood. Still they bring the rappers there, they throw the money, they had the VIPs. But this also was one of DT's clubs. So fast forward, I can't even remember why I finally stopped going to Columbia, but now there is still a vault. It still got that same swag. I'm not sure if it's the same location that I was at, but the vault is this place where everything happened Saturday. The details seem very, very short, if you will. But what it says is that DT, who was 39, who was also a Gemini, I'm not sure if his birthday had passed or if he was going to have one, but he was unalived by a GUN in the parking lot. And it was like the time they responded to it was like 5 a.m. So this is probably the time where the club is about to close. He probably was out there trying to get things, straightened out or whatever. DT will, he will always be at the club. He'd be in the office getting the money and stuff together, from the time that, I was there. I don't know what's changed or whatever, but I do know he was the man in the city. It looks like everyone's taking it hard because he knew a lot of people. He put his love, in certain places, and you can see it coming out. Also, I'm not even sure. They didn't even name the other person who was unalive that night. But up the street, what did they call that street again? Y'all, I can't think of it, but it's called Felicity Bar. This is the same night. This is June 11th, y'all. This was just this past Saturday. So Vault is on Broad River Road. So it sounds like it's at the same spot it was when we were all going there before. But up the street on Fairfield Road at Felicity's Bar and Grill, another man was unalived by the same way, a GUN. So Columbia, I don't really know what's going on. I know DT, Benhated. I know he had a lot of hate, mainly from, I'll say, your own race. We always hate on each other when a person got a bag. But he got a lot of hate from the opposite races as well, because they kept adding rules to the clubs. Oh, we got to close at this time. Oh, this. But it'd be other clubs down there that weren't black clubs, and they're just letting them rock or whatever. So I know he got a lot of hate for a lot of things from a lot of different people. But this right here sounds like it probably was something. I'm just assuming it was something that went on. Like everybody's drunk, everybody's leaving. They might be arguing about nothing. He might have been trying to break it up because he just wants, when it's over, we be wanting y'all to go to hell home. But the other gentleman, they didn't mention his name. So it sounds like y'all was either just on demon time, or who knows, maybe the people who were there that done this to DT, maybe they went to the other club showing out. I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure the details will come soon, y'all. But I want to say RIP to DT. I have probably seen him in like 4 years or whatever. But condolences to all his family, all of the people who were close to him. He did have kids, my condolences to them. And Columbia, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what the streets are saying. I wanted to reach out and ask people who I know live there, but I was like, it happened Saturday, and I wasn't even aware that it happened until my ex sent it to me, because they used to go to Columbia with me, and I'm like, hey, ain't this old boy like your boss or whatever? So I'm looking at it, I'm like, dang, what they mean RP? He's only 39 years old, y'all. But let me know what you guys know about the story. Let me know if you were there. And yeah, y'all, this is very unfortunate. I will see you guys on the next video. Make sure y'all like and share and give your comments.